My name is Lorenza Cooper. I am the pole mark for Silver Spring Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And the pole mark is equivalent to the president of the organization. New Year's Eve break last year, had an opportunity to meet with Derek, and we were sitting down having breakfast. And one of the topics that we started to talk about was men's health and health awareness. And me being the incoming leader of our organization, that was one of the hallmarks of our chapter for the year. So when we started talking about this, he actually brought up the subject of prostate. And that was one of the key things that I was looking at for our chapter because we've had several members in our chapter that have had prostate or currently going through prostate concerns and getting their exams. So once we started talking, and I knew that or found out more about his journey, it was really something that I thought was apropos in terms of us just moving forward and having him come out and speak to our group. And from that, we started to put together a plan to have Mr. Butts come out and speak with us as a person that has experienced this in the past. So I think that was one of the things that I was looking at that I thought was very important. I would say a lot of times we go to keynotes and we have an event and you have a keynote speaker there that's talking about a process, talking about process improvement, talking about, how do you get from point A to point B? And they're more of an expert in the field. But in this case, with Derek being an expert in the field and someone that have lived through this experience of prostate cancer was more important because he can talk about actual experiences, the highs and the lows, the things that most people may be experiencing and not know where to go and find answers. I thought he would be a good point of contact to start to share that with not only our chapter but the larger community. So that was what was important is when you look at a speaker of his caliber, he's bringing to you live experiences, his experiences, as well as those that may be on the panel with him that are prostate cancer survivors. I think one of the things that we're looking to do is continue to focus in on health, men's health in particular, because we are a fraternity and we're looking at not only the men within our fraternity, but also the broader community, and particularly the African American community. Very good experience, very professional, very knowledgeable, open, willing to share his experiences, willing to share things that he's learned through his journey, and willing to communicate and spend time talking about what his experiences were, how we can improve, how we can take what he's learned and apply it to someone else. I think that was very important. Also, just being a willing listening ear, someone there to fill those questions, answer questions from the audience. And we spent, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes just taking questions from the audience and getting those answers as best as he could provide. While he's not a medical doctor, he does have the experience of having gone through this and having gone through the treatment to be able to tell people or share with them some of the things that they can anticipate and some of the things that they can look forward to as it relates to getting their health better. And then also just sharing, the different paths from a health standpoint that one can go down in terms of the different options that are available to African American men.